Shalom. This is we're in Psalm 46. Let's see, starting here at the top of the screen. Who would like to read first? All right, then I'll read first. Lamnatseach livnei Korach al alamot shir. Let me turn on my annotate so I can scribble on the screen a little bit here. Okay, we've seen Lamnatseach already in a previous psalm to the conductor, choir master. This root also has a different meaning, to overcome, or at least especially in modern Hebrew, but in the Psalms it's the director. To the sons of Korach. Wait a minute, Korach. Wasn't he like a bad guy in the Torah? Who was
Yeah.
Korach?
Mm-hmm.
Who was he?
Mm-hmm. He got swallowed up in the hole in the earth.
And all of his sons with him? No,
No.
apparently not, because we've got some still here. So maybe they were the ones who said, "Sorry, Dad, you're wrong on this one. We're going to go stand over there." And then maybe
Challenge Aaron or something?
say again.
Didn't they challenge Aaron?
Right, exactly. Yeah. You guys are going around like you're all holy stuff, holier than thou, when everyone in Israel is holy. That was his argument. And yeah, I guess God set the record straight, and Moses said that if the ground opens up and swallows them, then that means they were in the wrong. Lo and behold, that's what happened. And then al alamot, uh, probably some kind of an instrument, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't look into this one. Um, alamot shir. Hmm. Or it's possible. Wait a second. Could that possibly be another song? And this one is to the tune of it. I'm not sure. Um,
Okay, they have the notification.
okay, who would like to read verse 2? I see a couple of volunteers. Let's see. Elizabeth, do you want to read verse 2?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Elohim lanu machase ve'ed ba'ot Ezra b'tzarot nimsa meod. Isn't there
Hmm.
something missing there?
There isn't. The shva under the mem is the
No,
meh.
I mean a word.
Oh, nimtza me'od. I hope not. Can anyone confirm if something is missing from this verse?
Nothing missing.
Okay. Let's see. Elohim lanu machase va'oz Ezra v'tzarot nimtza me'od.
It's the
Eh,
poem.
it's the poem you said?
It sounds like a poem. It
Sounds like a
just,
poem. It really
the whole
does.
rhythm sounds like a song.
Doesn't Mikedem, King of Kings, sing Elohim lanu machase va'oz Ezra v'tzarot nimtza me'od. I thought so. Anyway, it's very poetic. Yes. So Elohim lanu, this is like to us, for us, or possibly belonging to us. So it's like God be for us, or He is for us. Machase, a refuge. Va'oz. What is the root of oz?
I would think ooze, but
Or
I don't
Eye
know.
of Zion, Zion.
Right. There's an adjective. Okay, so there's the noun, which is oz. And then there's the adjective which is az. That tells you that the root doesn't have a vowel, or well, no, I guess it doesn't. If you have, okay, how about his oz would be uzo. There we go. That shows you that it's ein sein because of the dagesh and the zain. So you have to go around and hunt down some of the other forms maybe to nail down what the root is. So the O in this word is actually part of the structure of the word. It's an O flavored segulate. So its original form would have been like ooze like this. And then U's become O's. U's become O's. נמצא מאוד צרות, צרות or troubles. What is who is an ezer?
Helper.
All right. Some kind of a helper. What is an ezer kenegdo?
Oh, that's
Help
Uh,
against.
To help me.
it's a wife.
It's a yeah. It's a helper like unto him, whatever that means. So an ezer kenegdo is going to be someone who is at his level, and it's a term that we see in the creation account. You know, he searched through all the animals and couldn't find an ezer kenegdo, a helper like unto him, and so God made him an ezer kenegdo. All right, verse 3 then starts here. Any questions, or can we move on? All right, let's see. Anatoly, verse 3.
Yes. Okay. על כן לא נראה בהמיר ארץ ובמות הרים בלב ימים.
Belev yamim, right. Okay, al ken, literally upon thus, you know, upon the therefore, lo nira. What does the noon here mean?
We.
We will, right?
יקטו.
Correct. Yeah. First person, common plural. We will. So what's the root? Well, yara, yod resh aleph, to fear, revere. Lo nira, we will not fear. And then behamir aretz. All right, as it's written, what is the root of behamir?
More.
More, I got.
More. Yeah, more, exactly. And then in the he feel, it would be, you know, hamir, which is like to change something out in exchange, you know, to exchange something. So if we have behamir aretz, what's the meaning of that? Is that in construct? What kind of a word is behamir?
It's construction. Infinitive construct.
Infinitive
Infinitive
construct.
construct.
Very
Wow.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
So it's if with the hey, it's causative, a he feel, but it's an infinitive construct in the act of causing change out of the earth. That would be a super, super literal way of translating it. What is that supposed to mean? Well, we could go right over here to the parallel section of the verse. Uvamot harim. Okay, this is a little bit easier. What is the root mot?
Moat.
Right? To shake or topple.
Yeah.
Yeah, mem vav tet. It shows up in well, yeah, that's of harim, mountains. So it's the same format. It's the same infinitive construct before a noun. So in the shaking of, or the trembling, or the toppling of the mountains, belev yamim, like in or into the heart of the seas. Okay, so this has to do with the earth crumbling. So what does behamir aretz mean? When the earth changes. Okay, I get it. Yeah, when the earth changes. But there's a little number right here. Did anybody read the note on this word?
Mm-hmm.
The Syriac, the Septuagint, and the Vulgate all have something a little bit different. They have trembling, which is an exact synonym for this one over here. But I looked it up in the Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia, that shows a lot of extra notes where scholars come in and say, I wonder what this could actually, maybe there's a mistake here. I wonder what it could have been. And they say, I wonder if it was actually supposed to be from the root mug. So it'd be like be ha. Let's see, be they wanted to put it in the nifal. Bahimog, something like this. All right, any idea what mem vav gimel means? To melt. To melt. So maybe if the scholars over there have anything good to say, it's in the melting of the earth. The Septuagint and Syriac and Vulgate say that it's the shaking or trembling of the earth, and that would be in parallel here, or changing of the earth. Okay, point is, the landscape of the earth is changing, and the mountains seem to be toppling into the seas. But we will not fear. Why? Because Elohim is for us. He's our refuge, strength, help in troubles. All right, let's see. Verse 4. I'm going to scooch it down just a little bit here. Is that enough? No, a little more. There we go. Who would like to read verse 4?
I'll read.
Go ahead, Peggy.
Yehamu ve that's not an audible. Ve meru.
Are you making the yod into a vav?
Is it
Yeah.
ye maru?
Yeah, yechmeru. Yechmeru.
Maru.
Right.
A mav. Yirasu. Harim. Bega vato.
Mm-hmm.
Selah.
Selah. Very good. Okay. Yehemu. Yehemu. What is the root of Yehemu?
Hamam.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. I guess it would have to be, hama, like hey
Oh,
mem
Hama.
missing
It's
yod.
Hama.
Yeah, hey
Yeah.
mem missing yod. So
Or
this is where
Hamre.
we get words like hamon. Hamon is a multitude or a crowd, like the bustling that you expect to hear in a crowd. Yehemu, they will make rustling, bustling sounds as in a crowd. They will, it says here, roar. Okay. Yechmeru. So both of these are yiktols. They're both 3 MP. They will. And the root of the next one, het memresh, makes me think of the word homer, substance. So if something becomes of substance, well, I guess you would translate that as, or for water, you would call that foaming up. It's becoming something more than just liquid. Okay.
They use it for ferment also.
For ferment. Okay,
Mhm.
super.
Which makes bubbles when you make.
Which makes bubbles.
ferment.
And memav, its waters. And then yirashu, ra'ash, is to tremble or shake. In modern Hebrew, it's sound, like noise. But in the Bible, it's shaking. Harim, the mountains are shaking. Bega'avato. Okay, what is the verb ga'e or ga'a?
To be high or exalt.
Okay, to be prideful, proud. And so bega'avato, we're looking at some sort of a puffed up or prideful thing. So in its swelling up, you could call it pride, but it's water. So how proud can it be? And so swelling is probably a better translation. Selah. Elizabeth, did you have a question?
Yes, is that Haman where you get Haman?
The root here is not Haman. Let's see. I guess there's an okay. Oh, because of the vav. Okay, the vav. It's a vav here instead of a nun, and Haman would be with a nun. Haman. What is the root of Haman? I don't know. If he's
He's
if he's Persian,
Yeah,
if he's Persian, then it may not be a Semitic root.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't know.
Sounds like a good definition of his name.
Trouble causer, troublemaker. All right, let's see. Verse 5. Eileen, do you want to read verse 5? Here, let me scooch the text up a little bit. There we go. So start here and go to there. Eileen?
נערה פלגיו משמחו עיר אלוהים קדוש משכני עליון.
Good. So we're still talking about water. Nahar Pelagav. Wait. Pelagav. Isn't there some guy named Peleg?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who was he? What's significant about Peleg?
The earth was divided.
The earth was divided in his days, whatever that means. Everybody seems to have a different theory as to what it means. It could have been literally the water after the flood rising as the earth naturally settled, creating the oceanic, what do you call that? Not the shelf. What am I looking for? The shelves along the coastlines. And anyway, the point is, if the water rises up, it causes continents to divide. So there's some people have a theory that that's what happened. Anyway, the point is, Peleg means divide. So, wait, we saw this in
David
Psalm
and-
23. Remember Palge Mayim, the division of water? It's basically where water's, I guess, multiple tributaries coming together. That could be called Palge Mayim.
It's in the first psalm as well.
Oh, super. Okay. Then you know what? That's probably the one I'm thinking of, first psalm. All right. So Nahal Pelagav, a river, its tributaries, its divisions, its streams, whatever. Yisamchu ir Elohim. Now, we know the verb sameach, to be happy, to rejoice. But here it's in the PL because of the Shva Patach Dagesh. So what does it mean? To be happy?
To be causing to be happy.
Yeah, it's factative. Something is making
factative.
something else happy. Exactly. So the river and its streams, they make glad what? Ir Elohim, the city of God. Kadosh Mishkanei Elyon. I guess this should have been kadosh, which is an adjective, but then it's in the construct, and so it drops down to a shva. So the holy thing of Mishkanei Elyon, right? It's not a noun. That would be kodesh. Kadosh Mishkanei Elyon. Mishkanei. What is Mishkan?
Dwelling place or the tabernacle?
Exactly.
tabernacle.
It's funny to me because in Latin the word tabernacle means dwelling place. So it's like it's the dwelling place. It's the tabernacle. It's like yes. So it comes from the root shachen, to dwell. The Mishkan is where God dwells. Here it looks like it's in the plural. Mishkanei, the dwelling places of Elyon. Of course, that's from the root Ein Lamed Yod, to be elevated high up, so the Most High, referring, of course, to God himself. All right, so the next verse ends, I guess, it comes down to right here. Annie, do you want to read?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Elohim bikirba bal hamot yazrecha Elohim lifnot boker.
Elohim bekirbah bal timot Ya'zereha Elohim lifnot boker. Help me divide this up. Where's the halfway point in this verse?
After
I-
Timot.
Timot.
No, yeah, because of that right there. That's the halfway. Are there any other divisions we should look out for? We're in Psalms, so Rivia is an important one.
Yeah.
So we can put that one there. Elohim b'kirba, Baal Timot. Let's go ahead and leave it right there for now. Okay. Elohim b'kirba, God in her midst. Whose midst? Where is he? Has to be feminine.
Well,
'Cause
in
The
place.
3FS.
city of God?
Of course,
Oh.
yeah. The city of God is 3FS. So it's referring back to that. God is in the midst of her, the city of God, of course. Bal Timot. Now we saw this earlier. Timot. What is the root mem vav tet? To topple.
So-
Well, what binyan is this? Timot.
Is it called?
Isn't it Yikto?
Mm,
You
Did you
said
say in-
Binyan, right?
yeah, binyan. It is a yiktol with that tav right there.
Oh, Binyan.
Yeah, binyan.
Mhm.
It can't be
Timot.
kal. Why?
Is it pill?
Dagesh.
There's a dagesh in the mem, so it's not kal.
The Nephal?
Geminate? No.
Good. It's not pl. It is nifal. This should have been ti mawut,
Mm.
and that awa is what turns into an o sound in Hebrew. So bal ti mot. Bal is a negative particle without, not to. I think it's an ordinary negative particle in Arabic. So without being toppled. And tav, of course, referring to the 3FS feminine of the city. Ya'zereha Elohim. Do I ask? Yes. What binyan is Ya'zereha?
Kefil.
Hell?
Tehifia.
Oh,
Kefil Patachel.
If it were a he
Call?
feel, there should be either a chirik or a tzere or a chirik yod on that second root letter, the zayin.
Called.
So it is kal. So then my next question, following up, why is there a patach in a
Guttural.
kal?
Guttural.
Good,
There you go.
good. It's because of the presence of this guttural that the verb is preserving the original yak tul pattern, or yak tulu actually. So that right there is the yak tulu pattern is the pattern that ultimately becomes yiktol in Hebrew. But sometimes it preserves the sometimes it preserves the u, sometimes you don't see either one of them. But this is preserving the because of the original pattern. The guttural is preserving it. So ya'zareha, and the ha, of course, is referring back to
Her.
the city, her, the city.
See.
So he will help her, the city, that is God will. Lifnot boker. All right, I probably should have looked this up in a commentary or something. What's the significance of lifnot boker? First off, lifnot is what form of a word?
Infinitive construct.
Good. Infinitive construct. Very good. So what's the root? Pei, noon.
Yod.
Hane.
Right. Pei, noon, missing yod. So the oat ending on this kind of a infinitive construct is characteristic of those third root letter yod or lamed yod verbs, lifnot. So what does it mean, lifnot? It means to face, right? To turn. And so lifnot, to turn the morning. Well, here they turned it into the turning of the morning. Well, okay, maybe that's right. And so what's the significance of God helping at the turning of the morning? Anybody?
Early. It's early. It's very early in the morning before the
Dawn.
light is quite there.
Okay. So he's up before anyone else, sort of a thing? Like he's
Um,
he's helping as an Ezer before anyone else is even awake?
maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Let's see.
You know,
Gov-
there's more than one, references to God helping right at the
Oh yeah.
dawn.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In fact, I would argue that most of the time that we see Ezer or the verb azar in the Bible, it's more often not referring to God being the helper. Okay, 7 starts here and goes to there. Gavriel.
Yes. Hamu goim matu mamlacho natan bekolo tamu aretz.
You see that right
Oh,
there? You
tam-
see that right? No, you said it just perfectly. You said it just
Okay.
fine. But look at what it's doing. Tamug aretz. That's the construct that we saw, or that the scholars wanted to show us earlier. Instead of behamir aretz, they said, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it was supposed to be something more like behimog aretz, having to do with the melting,
Oh,
so that
that's
it's in
that other
parallel with this.
word.
It's a different word.
Yeah, but that's the one that you referenced above.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So it's
Wow.
possible that whoever was writing the Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia, being familiar enough with the text, said, "Hey, that doesn't fit, but look down here, that seems to fit better." Okay, so hamu, that's the verb from earlier. Hamon, tumult, goyim, and now it's referring to a crowd, right? People. The nations were in a tumult. And let's see, matu mamlechot. So that's going to be the same root, memvav tet, right? Mut
Yeah.
to shake or something like that. Referring to the kingdoms. The nations are in a tumult. The kingdoms are shaking. Natan bekolo. What is it? Natan. Who's the subject of Natan?
Elohim, the Lord.
Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord.
Probably. Okay. Natan bekolo. Wait. So he gave with his voice tamug aret. So whose voice is able to melt the earth? Okay, that kind of narrows it down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So from here down to there. Who wants to read next?
I will read
Who? Sorry.
Adonai Tzebaot Imano Misgav Lano Elohei Yaakov Selah.
Selah, right. Adonai Tzevaot Imanu, Yod He Vav He of hosts is with us. Misgav Lanu. I'm not quite sure why the kamatz is preserved here. If it's in construct, it should have dropped down to a patach, but didn't. Maybe it's one of those historically long vowels. I'm not sure. Misgav Lanu. Sagav means to be high up, I believe. So a misgav would be a peak somewhere, a refuge, somewhere where you can look down at your enemies and go nana nana boo boo and they can't get you. Misgav Lanu, he is a refuge for us. Elohei Yaakov, the God of Jacob. Selah. Selah. Nobody seems to know exactly what Selah is. The going guess is that it's some sort of a conducting or musical term. Some people also say this is the time that you pause and give thought to what was just said. And that's kind of cool too. If that's the case, we should have a Selah after every verse. All right, next up, let's see, from 9 to here. All right. Lechu chazu mif'alot Adonai asher sam shamot ba'aretz. All right. What form of a verb is this? Lechu?
Imperative.
Imperative. What about this one?
Same.
Same.
So there are going to be some couple of imperatives in here. That's great. What is the root of lechu?
Halach.
Halach.
Halach. What's the root of chazu?
Faz.
Hazak.
Chaza. Chaza. Exactly. I like it. And so this chet zayin missing yod is a root that comes to mean something more like prophecy, but originally it was a synonym for lirot, to see. And some of you may know from Aramaic that this is just a standard word for seeing in Aramaic. So come and see. Mif'alot, pa'al. We use this root a lot, don't we?
Verb.
For verbs, exactly. This is precisely the root that is used for Semitic language grammars when it comes to verbs. This is the root after which all of the binyanim are named, and it means do, act, verb, motion. So mif'alot would be the works of Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, the Lord. Asher sam. What is the root of sam?
Same.
Same.
Sim, right. Occasionally it shows up as sum, but sim is the best answer. And what did he put? Sim shamot. This is not shamot. This is not sham.
Shamam.
Good. You can see because of the strong dagesh that it's shamam. And so now it's in the plural. So is this, let's see, shama, I guess that would be feminine. Shama and shamot. Desolations or destructions, ba'aretz, in the earth. All right, scooch that down a little bit. There we go. Oh, I'm marking up the screen accidentally. There we go. All right, who would like to read next?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
משבית מלחמות עד קצה הארץ, קשד ישבר, וקיצץ חנית, עגלות ישרוף באש.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so mashbit, there's a root here. This root belongs to a wildly famous word that most everybody knows. What is it?
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Shabbat. So Shabbat is the day of ceasing. Shin bet tav means to cease. Here it's in what binyan?
Hifir.
Right. We got the patach and the chirik yod. It's hifil. The mem tells us that it's what form?
Participle.
Participle. So the one causing ceasing. And ceasing what? Milchamot, wars. Ad katzeh haaretz. Wonderful. Until up to the end of the earth. Excellent. I like that. I like the sound of that. Keshet yishaber. Keshet we get to see as either an archer's bow or also the bow in the sky, right? Or what else? Yishaber is PL. Shva, Patach, Dagesh. So shavar is like, oops, I broke it. What is yishaber?
To shatter.
Right. It's something a little bit more intensive, either because it's being done in repetition or because it's done over and over again. There are different theories about how PL intensifies a verb, but needless to say, it's intense. So he's shattering the bows, or he's breaking bunches and bunches of bows. V'kitzets. Wait a second.
Yeah.
There's a dagesh in there. Does that mean there's a missing letter?
No, it's a PL. It's a PL.
It's a PL. It just takes a dagesh in the second root letter.
I think it's a vegetal. I think.
Right. Yeah, I think so
supposed
too.
To be, he will cut into them.
Right. He does, or he will. Cut. Chanit is a spear, so he cuts it in two or breaks it in two, parallel with yishaber. Agalot yisrof ba'esh. Who are the seraphim?
The angels above his throne.
Fiery angels.
Yeah, not just angels. They're the burning, fiery angels, and their name comes from this saraf, to burn, and so he's the agalot, the carts. He will burn or does burn ba'esh, with fire. All right, and Mike, is that? Oh, we have 2 more verses. Okay, who wants the second to last verse?
Can I try?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I
Angela.
haven't been for a while, but
Welcome
I'll
back,
try.
Angela.
And Apu Uduhu Hi Anoki Elohim Arum Bagoim
Mm-hmm.
Arum Ba'aretz.
Very good. Very good reading. Harpu ud'u ki anochi Elohim arum bagoyim arum ba'aretz. Where would we divide this verse in half?
Elohim.
Elohim.
Elohim. Right, because of the etnach right there.
Yeah.
Are there any other
Bagoyim.
dividers?
Bagoyim.
Okay, bagoyim, because of the reviyah. Good. We might also think about putting one there just because of the context, right? And we've got 2 imperatives. The first one is binyan.
You feel?
Hifil, yeah, the hay and the patach at the front, right? So what's wrong with this being a hifil?
There's no chirik yod.
I don't see a tzere or a chirik yod. Huh. So I wonder what the root is.
Rafaf.
Pay.
Alpha?
The way it looks right here with the now that's not a strong dagesh in the pay, is it? That's a weak dagesh.
Weak again.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
Yes.
not.
Rafa like heel? Is that the same root?
Close. Okay, so resh pei aleph is to heal. Resh pei hey, or I say hey, it's not hey, it's missing yod, is what we have here.
Is that like to be weak? As
You know what? That sounds right. If we wanted to, we could look up the Strong's number 7503, but that does sound right, to be weak, rafa. And so this would be feel causative, to make weak. It says to be quiet. I guess it's if everyone's weak, they're not saying anything. I don't know. Uda'u is a weak root. What's missing?
Yada. Yod. Yada.
Right. Yod is in the first root letter, yod. Very good. And so it says here, be quiet and know. Know what? Ki is the marker of the content. This is what you should know. Anochi Elohim.
I am God.
I am God. So that's a good thing to know. Now, Arum, what binyan is Arum?
Cal?
Mm-hmm. Kal. Why am I asking? Because I'll be exalted sounds an awful lot like a passive verb. Like by whom, right? That's what I would want. That's what I would ask. I'll be exalted. Like by whom? Who's exalting?
The nations.
But wait, think about the question. If it sounds passive, but it's a kal binyan, then maybe the translation could be improved. Let's think about the root. The root is rum, which means
to be high.
To be high, exactly. To be high up.
Salt.
Well, okay. So exalted is a I don't know. Can I call it a fancy English word? If using a broad brushstroke, rum simply means to be high up. So when God says arum bagoyim, it's like I'm going to be high up among all the nations. I'm going to be high up among the earth. Now, what does that actually mean? And how do we translate it into English? Well, I think they did a pretty good job. For God to be high up relative to the nations or the land, means he is exalted. So that's fine. Just remember it's a kal. It's not necessarily a passive and the way that the Bible presents it. All right, last, is it? Yeah, last verse. Who wants verse 12?
Yeah. Adonai Tzavot Imanu Mizgav Lano Elohe Yaakov Selah.
So it's pretty much a repeat from earlier. Adonai Tzavaot Imanu, the Lord of hosts is with us. Miskav Lanu Elohe Yaakov Selah. That high up place again. He is to us a refuge, the God of Jacob Selah. All right, that was Psalm 46. We still have a little bit of time though, don't we?
We have a lot of time.
You guys want to
5
jump
minutes?
into the next one?
We have a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah, we get 45
Let's see. We're
minutes.
in. No, it's if we go to 6:30, that means we have about 45 more minutes. We're about halfway through. Let's see. Let's see. 51 is right here. There we go. Psalm 51.
I have a question with the very first word. I was looking at that because I've heard it said a different way. Some people say lamnatzeach, and recordings, or lamenatzeach. And then I thought, is that a coal mine
Yes.
mem? Or what
Yes.
is, so it's, so you
Yes.
do pronounce the
Well,
the
that's
schwa.
that's the problem. The way you just asked the question, no, you're not supposed to put an audible, you're not supposed to put it like it has a dagesh there because it's a coal mine letter. But I guess to answer, I would say that the shva here is supposed to be audible because there's supposed to be a dagesh in there. And it doesn't because it's a coal mine letter. So ultimately the question becomes, well, how do we pronounce it? I
Yeah,
think
that's what I'm asking.
it right. So I think that the coal mine letters were, except for Kuf and even Kuf maybe, they all had a certain quality to them that they took a lot longer to pronounce than most other consonants, which is precisely why they fit into this class of coal mine letters. So lamnatzeach, the fact that you're holding out longer, it's a liquid letter. Maybe that's the reason why. But to answer your question, it is a medium shva. It has an attribute of both a silent shva and a mobile shva. And so we have to sit with that awkward answer. Look, what's that, Peggy? What's that?
What kind of word?
Oh.
is that? Letter? Coal mine?
Okay, so yeah, the phenomenon that that Cheryl was talking about is the coal mine letters. These there are actually two different mnemonics. This one here is reminding us of the 6 letters that when they take a shva, they oftentimes will not take a dagesh, even if they're supposed to. There's another mnemonic.
Skinnem Levy.
Right. Skinnem Levy. Actually, I guess that would be with the final mem. And this samech here could also be seen. Skinnem Levy. Or tzadi. Well, yeah, the point is there are tons of letters that do this, but if you want the most common ones, coal mine is it. And so this mem, being a member of the coal mine letters, can take a shva and then simply refuse to take the dagesh that it's supposed to. Why is it supposed to have a dagesh there? Why should there be a dagesh?
Isn't that
It's
a
the law
definite
of
market, definite object?
dagesh.
Very good. It's
What was
because
the
there's
answer?
a la. Because it's la. There's a built-in definite article hey. So le plus ha is supposed to be
With a
la
dagesh.
with a strong dagesh. And coal mine letter mem says, no, thank you. I'll pass.
Now, is that actually a participle?
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's a PL participle. The one doing the action of lenatzeach. the conducting one. Okay, so the first verse is super, super short in the Hebrew. Lamnatzer mizmor leDavid. To the choir master, an instrument, well, I guess a song by David, for David, dedicated to David. This one's probably written by David, but I guess we can't prove it. Because verse 2 tells us why. Who wants to read that?
I'll read.
I'll go ahead, Tuesday.
Bivo Elav Natan Hanavi Ka'asher Ba El Bat Shava.
Now we have the context. So this is about the Bevo Elav Natan Hanavi Ka'asher Ba El Bat Shava. Oh, well, that clears everything up. Okay, Bevo is an infinitive construct. How can I be sure of that? There's a prefixing preposition on the front, and that occurs on infinitive constructs. So in the act of coming or approaching unto Vav, him, who approached him? Natan. Natan who? Hanavi, Nathan the prophet. So when Nathan the prophet came unto him who?
David.
Probably David, because that's the last guy we were talking about. Ka'asher ba el bat shava. Ka'asher has a ka in front of it, so we're not just using the relative pronoun asher or relative particle asher. We're putting a ka in front of it, which turns it into when something happened, when this thing happened, or just as, or just when. And then ba, looks like a root letter is missing here.
Vav.
Yeah, vav. So
Vav.
are we looking at a kal katal, or are we looking at a participle?
Wow.
There may be no way to know. They look identical. But given the context, he's already seen this Bathsheba lady, so let's put it in the past tense. When he went, when he had gone, you can see that's the translation right there. When he had gone, El Bathshava. Why is it Bathshava instead of Bathsheba?
Puzzle.
Pausal, that's it. And what does the name Bathshava or Bathsheba mean?
The Bathsheba.
Daughter
of.
Yeah, daughter of Sheva. We don't even know the lady's name. We know her dad's name.
Could it be
Nope.
daughter of the vow? Of the
Right,
was
because the root Sheva has to do with both the number 7 and vowing and completion. We can definitely consider those as options, but then the question becomes, what vow are we talking about? The one she made with her husband?
maybe
Right, that's
the one her
problematic.
father made when she was born and named her. I don't know.
Right. Well, the fact that it has bat in front of it tells us that it's the daughter of. So
Sheva.
either mom or dad was named Sheva. We don't even know the lady's name. We say her name was Bathsheba. Well, no, it was daughter of. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so that's the incident, and I don't suppose we have to go through all the sordid details about what David did exactly. He was he saw someone bathing, and then a child came from it. Yeah. All right.
Sad day.
Sad day.
The distance was about 70 meters from the top for the king. David was, but Sheva, she was about just not far from, I guess, general. Usually after king settled, so distance was just 60 meters when David looked at it toward. Not far.
Yeah.
Anyway, David was supposed to be out at war, and instead he stayed back, and that's when all this happened. So be where you're supposed to be, and usually bad things don't happen. And all right, who wants to read the next verse 3?
I'll read.
Yeah, Annie, go ahead.
하나님이 하나님
Honeni. Very good. There's a kamatz katan in there. Honeni. There's a closed, unstressed syllable. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
אלוהים כחסדך קרוב רחמך מחה פשעי.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is David's, remember David spent, 7 days on his face in sorrow and repentance. And so this is his prayer. Honeni Elohim kechasdecha. There's the halfway point. Kerov rachamecha mche pashai or fashai. All right, what is the root of honeni? Hanan, very good. And why is there a kamatz katan in here?
Because it's closed.
Okay, fair.
Unaccented.
I'm asking why is
syllable.
it an OU vowel at all? Why is there an OU vowel here at all?
Well, is that historical? Or something?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
Okay, let's back up then. What is Ani?
To me.
Me, object, right? So what kind of a word are we looking at here? Do something to me. Sounds like an imperative. Yeah?
Yeah.
If it's an imperative, well, what imperative has an O or U vowel under the first root letter? So we're looking for a yiktol form that has an O or U vowel under the first root letter.
Ufo.
No, that would be the O or U vowel under the hey prefix. It needs to be under the first root letter.
Oh.
Okay, so nobody's biting. I thought somebody might say pu'al, and that has an U vowel, sometimes an O vowel under the first root letter, but you can't make an imperative from a pu'al. Why? Because it's passive. You can't command that something be done to you by somebody else. And so this has to be an active binyan. What are the active binyanim? He, kal, he feel, sometimes hitpa'el, sometimes nifal.
So this is a call then?
Afraid not. Afraid not.
Oh, it's going to be ifil.
Polel.
Ifil.
Tuesday said it. It's a polel. Polel. Okay, so what is a polel? It's basically a PL in a couple of special circumstances. And what we have is a geminate root, which means the second and third root letters are the same, Hanan. And so it's not going to be standard PL format, vowel pattern. It's going to take the specialized polel form. There is the O vowel, polel. Or choneni. Okay, and so this is an imperative. Show chen, grace, favor towards me, Elohim, kechasdecha, like or according to your chesed, which isn't just goodness, it's, covenant loyalty or something like that. It's like, I know I screwed up, God, but, I'm the king that you chose. And I want you to please forgive me. I'm so sorry what I did, and I won't do it again. Instead, please remember your covenant loyalty. Wow. Bold words. Kerov rachamecha. According to the...
Right.
What's the root of rov?
Is it
Is it Rev?
Ravav.
Yod.
I think it's probably Ravav. And so this would be an example like we saw earlier with Oz. Oz was Azaz with an U vowel that turns into an O. So this would have been Rub or Rubb turns into Rov and Resh Bet Bet. So Rov is a noun related to abundance. According to the greatness or abundance of, in construct form, Rachamecha, your mercies. What is Rechem?
Womb.
So I always think of the compassion that a mom has for her children whenever I read
womb.
Rachamecha. And in the greatness of your compassions, Mache Fishai. Okay, Mache is an imperative. The root is mem, chet, missing yod. Macha means to erase or wipe out. Wipe out or erase sha'ai from the word pesha.
My crimes.
My crimes, my transgressions, and it's in the plural because of the I on the end. All right, who wants to read verse 4?
I'll go then. Okay. Herev kabseni me'avoni u mechatati tahareni.
Oh, good. I actually wrote the divider in the wrong place. Tell you what, go ahead and read the next one, please. We'll just do both of these at once. Seems short enough.
Okay. Ki peshai ani eda vechatati negdi tamid.
V'chatati negdi tamid. Okay. Herev. I'm not sure that this cancellation mark tells us that it has penultimate stress, but the fact that we have two segols is sufficient. Herev. What are we looking at? What is the word herev?
It comes from Rav again, Ravav, so
Increase.
it's cause to increase.
Very good. So this should have probably been a tzere here. Herev, cause ravav, cause greatness. But it seems like it got apocopated or something, maybe as an imperative. Cause greatness, increase. And then kabseni is this a ka on the front, like the?
No, kabes
No,
means to
no.
wash.
Good. We're looking at root letters kaf, bet, samech. Kabes, to wash. Kabseni, wash me. Me'avoni, from my avon. Iniquity. Umechatati, and from my chata. Sin. Tahareni. Now that's a halfway point right there, so I should have divided it. Tahareni, tahor. What is tahor?
Pure.
Pure, clean, right? Ritually clean or pure. From my sins, tahareni. So the aini is referring to me. What is the first part? Tahav. It's actually taher. Tahareni is a PL. Patach, dagesh. Wait, it's a guttural. No dagesh. The taher. Right, to make pure, make me pure. Ki, because psha'ai, plural, my transgressions from earlier. Ani eda. This is again yada. Eda with the aleph. I will, or I am knowing. This is an irregular root because of the yod at the front. The yod goes missing throughout the entire yiktol paradigm. And instead, there's a tzere. So the yod missing seems to affect the vowel. But what other verbs behave like this? Can you think of some that have a missing yod at the front and cause a tzere in the kal yiktol forms?
Yashav.
So
Right.
shev, right? There's another one. I will sit. Any
Yeah,
others?
it's odd like exit.
Yeah. Etze, very good. I will go out. All right, that's probably good enough. And then yada is in there too. So 3 of them seems good. V'chatati.
My sin.
So there's the chirik yod, mine, from the word chata, and my sin. We saw that earlier. Negdi, there's that word neged, to be in front of, before, at your face, opposing, not necessarily as a fiend, but possibly. But the point is, it's right there at your face. It's not below you. It's at your equal. It's like, my sin is like right there in front of me. Tamid.
Always.
Continually. God, take it away. All right. The next, actually, I'm going to scroll up a little bit because we're losing it. There we go. Start here. And let's do 2 verses. That worked out well. Who wants to read next?
All right.
All right, Gabriel.
Lecha levadecha hatati behara be'enecha asiti lema'an titzdak bedarecha titzke beshatecha chen be'avon aholalti ubchet yehemani imi.
Okay, so
yeah.
that second one there is going to be a big verse. Let's get through the first one, verse 6. L'cha, to you, levadecha. This is not levadecha. It's not in pausal. Unto you, levadecha. And so what's the root of levadecha?
Badad.
Badad. Good. We have a strong dagesh in the dalit. It's a geminate. Levad, to your lonesome, to yourself, or you alone. And chatati. So to you only, alone, I have sinned. Well, there was that guy, was it
he killed?
Was it Uzzah? Uzziah?
Uzzah.
No, it was Uzzah.
Yeah. Uriah.
Uriah.
Oh,
the
Uriah the
Uriah.
Hittite. Uriah. Thank you so much for the correction.
Thank you, Peggy.
So Uriah, there was that guy. I guess he's not around anymore. So right now, only against you have I sinned, Lord.
Wow.
Vihara. Is this a definite article or is this a he feel? I guess it would be a definite article. So chatati, I have sinned, and the bad, the evil. Be'enecha asiti, I've done the evil in your eyes, in your sight. But then there's this lema'an, and I don't like it. Why? Because lema'an is usually giving a reason for why you did something. Wait a second, David. He said, the evil that I did in your view, in your sight, I did it because, for the sake of, man, that sounds an awful lot like some of the letters of Paul where he says, don't sin for the sake of more grace. No, hopefully that's not what's happening here. But lema'an does usually mean for the purpose or for the sake of. Titzdak, this is a stative verb. You will be tzaddik or tzadak or righteous, just. And then this is a kamatz katan. It's in a closed, unstressed syllable. Bedovrecha. So this is in the act of your speaking. It's an infinitive construct. Tizke, you will be pure. Zach is used when referring to pure olive oil, the purity of olive oil. So tizke, it's using here like you will be pure. V'shoftecha, shafat, in your righteous judgments.
So that makes Ma'an almost refer to him repenting, not the reason that he
I
did it.
think
He
I
sinned.
I hope that's the case. Where's the word repent here?
It's not there. It's up higher.
Oh man.
Cleanse me. It's way up.
Yeah, cleanse me is way up there.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to take that one on faith until we can figure out a better way to interpret it. All right, these two verses here. Who wants to take the next couple of verses?
I'll try again.
Go ahead.
Hen Bahavan. Where am I? I love.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Purity judgment. No, Gavriel, you already read to here. I'm sorry, Angela. I'll give you the next couple of verses. I didn't finish what Gavriel had already read.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. And hen, literally the word here, and also the root of hine, like looky here, behold. The avon, at or in iniquity. Cholalti. What binyan is this? Cholalti.
Ual.
Olel.
Ole.
Oh, wow.
Ah, there it is. Polal. What's the difference between polel and polal?
A vowel.
Oh, yeah, that's right, a vowel. This one is active and this one is passive. So this is the equivalent of pu'al, and that one's the equivalent of pl.
Oh.
So polal, because of that kamatz right there, seems to be a pretty good indication that we're looking at a passive rather than an active. If this were an active verb, cholel, like cholel, it means something like either to writhe, like in pain, or to dig into something, to bore into something. And David is not doing that right now, but rather it's polal, passive. He was, says here, brought forth, but it's like he was made to writhe. How do you fit that together? I'm not sure. So it's simply translated as a
His mother writhed.
She did, exactly. So the fact that it's showing up here in the passive usually means that he's affected by the verb, not that he did it. So his mom did the action and made him do that.
It's a good translation then.
Yeah. Uvachet, and in sin. Okay, so we've got parallelism. Avon is in parallel with chet. Cholalti is in parallel with whatever that is. Yechemati. Or yechematni. Yechematni. Exactly. Yeah. So the ni on the end, is I. So
Yechematni, she, isn't that a 2ms? Or right? a 3ms, not a 3fs.
I see that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, oh man, I hate to do this.
Is this still talking about Bathsheba, David and Bathsheba? So she brought forth that child in sin, innit?
Well,
no, he's talking about himself.
Because it says right here, Imi, my mother, he has to be talking about himself. And this is David talking about his mom did something.
While she was in childbirth.
Right. Okay, so yeah, what do we do with this yod here?
Sometimes it happens.
Usually yod means he is the subject. And if it is, then
part of the root. Yod het mem.
I'm not familiar with a root yod het mem. And if so, then we would need to explain the tav. That would be like you did it, or
3FF.
you female did it. Yeah. This, what I'm wondering, just off the top of my head, off the cuff, I'm wondering if the yod was actually supposed to be part of this, my sins, and then the root would be hum, heat. Like, I hate to put it so bluntly, but when a female is in heat, she is conceiving. But then the tav would be the feminine tav. She did it. And then she did it.
To me.
I am the object. Yeah. So she conceived me. I don't know. The scribes put something a little different here. They put a yod at the front, which typically means, it means that he did it. But in Akkadian, yod can be both feminine and masculine. So it makes me wonder if there's some Proto-Semitic yiktol yod that can refer to a female. I don't know. If so, then I would still wonder what the tav is.
Is Yod
So
Het
then
Mem
you
to
blame
conceive?
for mother.
Sorry, Tuesday, what'd you say?
Yod Het Mem to conceive. I'm
No,
looking
no.
into that. Look up.
If you look up this verb, it'll probably say the root is hum. But
What verse is that?
we're in verse Hebrew verse 7, English verse 5 of
5.
chapter 51. Let me
Yeah.
see, I can probably look that
Looking.
up over here.
And
51.
Becholalti b'chamani yechamatni. Okay, so 3179 is Yacham. Yeah, it's Yacham. Yud.
Really?
Het Mem. Yeah, that's what it's saying. That's what Bible Hub is saying anyway.
Okay. Let's see. It shows up as hot in Deuteronomy.
It says
In First
probably
Kings.
probably to be hot, figuratively to conceive.
Right. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places it's translated as conceive. All right. Well,
So
that means yod is part of the root. Whoever suggested that yod was part of the root, you win.
that was Tuesday. That was Tuesday. Yay, Tuesday. I've heard that the rabbis said it was because David's father was not married to his mother, or that was an afterthought or something.
And
there's nothing that's a
Yeah.
possibility, because he wasn't invited to the choosing.
Right.
But
Right.
maybe
You really got to read into the text a little bit. But if anyone has seen
Yeah.
the House of David series,
they make it that way. Yeah,
they make it that way, that he's of a different mother, right? And
but
that
maybe
everyone
David
else-
had some insight that we're all born that way. We're
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
Adam, we're born in iniquity. I don't know.
Right. We
The
don't want
thought.
to read
No.
too much into the text if that's not what he's getting at. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now from here, it will be Angela's turn to read, starting at this here, verse 8, and going into here.
Hen emet afasta vatuot uv satum hokma todi emni.
Right. So the aini. Very good.
Emni.
So there's the hen here, hine, it's the same root. Emet, the root has a missing noon that we don't get to see right there. Amen is the root. The stuff that doesn't change is truth, emet, faithfulness, unchanging. Chafatzta, you have desired. Batuchot. First time I read this, I'm like, is the root betach? Nope. No, that's going to be a preposition ba with a definite article. So that means the root is what? Tet chet chet, I think. I think it's tet chet chet. But there's no dagesh in the chet because it's a guttural.
Okay.
So the covered places, but it only shows up like twice in the Bible. So there's that here and Job. Uvasatum. This is Samech Tav Mem Stum. Stum is something like stopped up in modern Hebrew.
Satum.
Satum. But anyway, it's translated here as a secret place. Okay. Stopped away somewhere. And Chochma, wisdom. Todieni. The Eni is the subject, is the object, me. And then Todia. What's the Tav there for?
Two.
It's
You.
You.
Right. You. And then it's in he feels. See the patach under there? No, I don't see the patach under there. Where's the patach? Patach Vav turns into O.
Oh. Okay.
Patach Vav turns into O. So
Oh.
Taudia becomes Todia. And so that's why you don't get to see the patach. Todia, Vav, Dalet, Ein, to know, or Yada, to know. Cause me to know.
Need to know.
Chochma, wisdom. In that secret place. Okay, next. Who wants to read the next verse 9?
Yeah, I will.
Isn't
Anatoly?
Eileen's hand up?
Oh, Eileen, I'm so sorry, Eileen. Go
Yeah,
ahead and read the next verse, Eileen.
Okay. It says, let's see. Tahaneni be'oz ve'atachar takha beseni umekshele
And last word?
albin.
Albin, very good. All right, so I wish I had something to elucidate this part right here. Techataeni ve'ezov. What is the root of techataeni?
It's
Het,
Chet.
Ata.
Chata. Yeah, chet or
Yeah.
chata, exactly. Which means sin. Now this is in the PL. We can tell because of the shva, patach, dagesh. And usually in the PL, it's going to be like maybe factative. You're declaring someone's sin. But there are plenty of places in the Bible where the context simply does not fit. And you can find them in Leviticus.
it can be a sacrifice for sin. Is also
Right.
called a chata.
It's
So
called a chata. Good.
So I wondered if that was what it was referring to.
Right.
Tachatani, like cover my sin with a sacrifice.
We
Or
can only
with
speculate,
hyssop.
I think. I looked in, 3 different commentaries, and nobody has a peep about this word. So maybe I'm looking in the wrong commentaries. But the point is that, yes, even this is one of those words that can mean like 2 opposite things. Kind of like dusting. You can dust a cake, or you can dust your blinds, right? One is adding dust, one is removing. Anyway, the point being that declaring someone sinful in the PL, that verb exists in the Bible, or cleansing someone from sin in the PL also exists. So I guess we'll have to take from context, be'ezov, hyssop is part of the cleansing process. And then etar, well, tahor is to be pure, clean. So from the context, and also in the parallel, techabseni is to wash. So if those two are parallel, then we're not making or putting sin, but rather cleansing it. So the context simply doesn't allow for this to be, you make me sin or you declare me sinful. No, it's the opposite. So yeah, something to the effect like what you said, Cheryl, like maybe offering one of those chata sacrifices. But we're about to see later in this chapter where the sacrifices are actually not the point, not until repentance has happened. So so we just have to kind of, it's another one of those answers that we just have to be happy with, I guess. So we can see that I am the object, you are the one doing it. It has to do with sin, and it's being done with hyssop, so it must be cleansing sin. And
It's
I
interesting
will be.
that hyssop was what was used to put the blood on the doorposts and the lintel of the homes in Egypt.
Very good. It's also what was
Goshen.
used to lift up the soured, the vinegar wine up to Yeshua on the cross.
Wow.
Almost like a, it is finished sort of a thing, Anyway,
Is it saying you will purify me with hyssop and I will be clean?
no, the other way. You will cleanse me with hyssop and I will be
And I will be pure.
I will be
And
ritually
pure.
clean, pure, something like that, yeah. Usually tahor or tahal has to do with ritually clean or pure.
Mm.
As opposed to like innocent purity would be bar, or lack of impurities in the oil we saw was zach.
Tamim.
Tam would be complete, right? So all of these could be synonyms. Let's see, but tahor has largely to do with ritual cleanness or state of ritual cleanness. But yeah, each one of these words has kind of its own little nuance or shade of meaning. Techabaseni, there's that kabes from earlier, to wash. You will wash me. Umi sheleg, and from snow. Albin, he feel I will be caused or made white. Lavan. Why is it me sheleg? What does the
I
me
think it's a
mean?
comparative me mean
good.
there.
It is comparative. And compared to snow, I will become. So it's like whiter than snow. Okay, let's see. Tashmi'eni from Shema. Make me to hear. Sason, joy. V'simcha, and gladness. Tagelna, atzmaot. My bones, let them rejoice, from Gil. And then this word right here, dikita. Now, ta on the end is a katal suffix. What does it mean? You did it. What did you do? Dalet kaf yod. Crushed. Dikayon is the modern Hebrew word for depression. It's the same root. Here, you have crushed my bones. May the bones that you have crushed rejoice. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but I heard from somebody, and it preaches well, so I'll mention it, that when a sheep keeps going astray, the shepherd will sometimes break the little lamb's bone so that it is forced to be with the shepherd for a long time through the healing process, after which the relationship between the lamb is stronger to the shepherd. So that's kind of cool. Don't know if it's actual. I assume it's factual, but I'm not a shepherd. I don't know. And haster panecha. Now, I would have suspected that he would say the opposite. Al taster panecha, but haster means cause, seter, hiding. Hide your face, but it's not from me, but rather mechata, I, from my sins.
From my sins.
V'chol avonotai, and all of my plural iniquities, mche, wipe them out. And you think of like a chalkboard or a marker board, when you're done writing on it and you need to erase everything, you use the verb macha. So I've got that picture in my mind from graduate school, just erasing everything off the board, macha. So here David's like, wipe it out, wipe it away, wipe it clean. Lev tahor, a heart that is pure. Bra. Now this is the first verb in the Bible is bet resh aleph, create, but here it's an imperative. Create a pure heart, li, in me or for me, O God, Elohim. Veruach nachon, A spirit that is established,
Yeah.
steadfast, not going anywhere. Hadesh, this is also imperative, make new, factative, make it new, renew it. Bekirbi, in my kerev, in my innermost being. What is karov?
In the midst of?
No, that's
Close.
toch, tavich. What is kerev? Close,
Close, drawn near.
right? Think of the word korban. It's what you bring close to God, or it's what brings you closer to God. Or hikriv, to cause something to come close. Yeah. So kerev is from the root close, but with the idea of innermost being, I guess that's the closest something can be. Al tashlicheni. What does al tell us about this verb?
The
Justice.
negative.
So,
Negative and jussive. Negative imperative, which is actually jussive.
Mhm.
Hishlich is to cast or throw. Don't cast me milfanecha, from before your face, right? I love how Hebrew does that. It's not just from your face. It's from before. I was before your face, and then being cast from that position. Seems to really add a second level to it by saying mi lifanecha. Veruach, let me scroll down. Veruach kodshecha. Okay, what is kodesh?
Holy.
Holiness.
Holiness.
Holiness. It's a noun. Holiness. So do we have your Holy Spirit, or do we have the Spirit of your holiness? What's the difference? We think of your Holy Spirit as, well, some people think of it as being the third part of the Trinity. But Spirit of your holiness, well, to me, that rings a little bit different, because Spirit is essentially the force that causes the force that you can't see to cause things to happen that you can see. You can think of subterfuge, machination. It's the stuff you can't see that produces what you can't see. Like, like the wind blowing. I can't see the wind blowing, but I can see the leaves blowing in the wind. Right? It's the Spirit. So if we look at it that way, what is the Spirit of your holiness? It's the thing that causes people to be holy. It's your presence causing people to be like your holiness. Al tikach. There's another jussive. What's the root? Tikach. Lakach. Don't take, and that's why we have the lamed, the dagesh and the kuf, because of the missing lamed. Don't take mimeni, from me. The Spirit of your holiness, don't take it from me. All right, we are out of time, and we're only in verse 14. How much farther did it go? It goes for a few more verses. Do we save it for next time?
Yes.
We'll save it for next time. Okay. All right. So next time we'll pick up in verse 14 of chapter 51. Also next week, let's see, chapter 32, Psalm 32 will be on the docket as well. So please, if you didn't already read Psalm 51, maybe read it, reread it, and then also 32 for preparing for next week. Comments or questions before we close out? Bevakasha. Thank you all for studying Hebrew. Look forward to seeing you next time. Lihitrot v'shalom.
Bye.